Hey, dance moms, if you've ever found yourself searching frantically for that hairbrush or that missing glove right before your dancer goes on stage, I've got something to help you out today. I've spent years perfecting my art of packing and organization. I'm going to share with you today. I know it can feel like everything's happening all at once, but you don't have to be lost in the chaos. Let's get into it. First, the just in case bag. This is going to be your emergency just in case bag. It's gonna kind of be your Mary Poppins bag where everything falls into. A pro tip that I use is I keep a running list, and I usually do this with most events, but I keep a running list on my phone. Every time I'm at a dance competition, I'm always writing down things that I feel could have been helpful for the next time. At the last dance competition we went to, one of the things that came up, one of the moms came over, "Hey, Anjali, do you have by chance, fingernail polish remover?" Yes, it's on my packing list, but I don't always have it in my bag because my dancer does not generally have her nails painted. It's always good to have these on hand just in case, because I firmly believe in community. I believe in team. I think it's important to not only look out for yourself, but also try to look out for your fellow teammates. On my grocery order this week, I picked up some fingernail polish remover wipes. These are going to be just something that I keep just in case. Let's say for whatever reason my dancer happens to have her nails painted. Now I have them in my bag just in case. The just in case bag should be something that is a work in progress. Every time you go to a competition, you're going to have a hyper sense of awareness of what's going on around you. One of the things that was important for me to add to my just in case bag from our dress rehearsal to our first competition was an extra pair of scissors. You always want to have at least one pair of scissors on you at all times. I have a clear fanny pack that I use. I carry around my supplies. In this clear fanny pack, I kept my scissors. If someone says, "Hey, let's cut the tags out of those costumes real quick," we never really noticed before, but we need to cut the tags out. I have my scissors right there in my bag so that I could easily cut the tags off. Scissors are always going to be something that maybe just slips your mind, but make sure you have at least one pair of scissors. I have two pairs of scissors in my dance bag, one that I keep in my bag on me and one that I keep in the dance bag itself. But I just ordered these cool foldable scissors off of Amazon, and leave a link in the video comments below. I thought these were a great addition to my dance bag because who doesn't need foldable scissors? Something small, compact. I can easily put this in my fanny pack, and now I don't have to worry about it taking up more space. It came in a packet too, so it's something easy that I can keep in my fanny pack. So when the need arises for someone and they need scissors, I'll have four pair with me available for dance competition weekend. You can get the full list of things that I keep for my must-haves on my website, but I'll go over some basics that are important to have in your just in case bag. One of the basic things that you're always going to need in an emergency kit is going to be a first aid kit. Last competition we went to, I had a mother who needed to borrow a Band-Aid, and I was able to get her a Band-Aid and she was just fine. It's important to make sure that you're keeping mind and being mindful of what's been used in your first aid kit. You want to make sure that you're restocking your first aid kit from one competition to the next. Another item that was used at our last competition that came in handy was a Tide pin. My daughter had just got a fresh coat of lipstick applied, and her and another dancer were playing around, and all of a sudden we have a white glove that has red lipstick on it. Luckily, we had a Tide pin, and we were able to use some wipes between the wipes and the Tide pin. We were able to get that stain out of her white glove. Make sure you keep something, either a Tide pin. I have Tide pins. I also have the Tide wipes. But make sure you keep something that's a stain remover. You may not have a lot of time between the stain occurring and getting the stain out. So you want to make sure you have something quickly accessible that you can use. Of course, you can always take it home and try to dry clean or wash the costume piece or whatever it is at your house. But in that moment, you want to mitigate some of that stain and get some of that stain out in preparation for it being fully removed later on. If your dancer is prone to allergies, if they have a cold, a cough, you want to make sure you have some things on hand medicine wise that's going to make sure that they are in their optimal fighting position when they go out on stage. I like to keep electrolytes. My daughter has allergies, so I like to keep allergy medicine in our bag. My dancer is 8 years old, so I need to make sure that I have child friendly medicines on hand. I was able to find these portable little cough medicine packs that I've started to buy. They also have pain reliever packs as well, but they're individual dose so that I can just have a couple on hand. I can give her one if a cough comes on, and then I can also give her another dose if she needs to during that day. So it's important to keep medicine in mind, health, things that are going to give them that energy to get through the day, as well as yourself. This was just a few of the just in case items that you want to keep in your just in case bag. It's like the Mary Poppins free for all. It's going to be that bag that has all of the items in it just in case you need them. You hope to not need them. You hope that no one else on your dance team may need them, but it's always good to have them. Again, it's a rotating bag. You want to make sure that you're keeping things updated in the bag. You want to make sure that you're adding things as needs come across. And think about others besides yourself. We want to make sure that we're filling our cups as well as filling the cups of our dancers on these long, hard competition weekends. And when you're prepared, when you're putting that time and that effort into it ahead of time, it makes it all the more smooth. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So let's move on to number 2, the checklist. If you watch my video, Pack Like a Pro, I reference this checklist and it's available on my site. You can get the link for the checklist down in the description of this video. But the checklist is just that it's the law, it's the facts of what you're going to need, it's the facts of what you're going to make sure is in your bag each and every time. One of my philosophies that I live by is the dance bag stays always packed. Of course, will be a few items because I live in Florida and I do a lot of stuff outside that I take here and there, like my collapsible stool. But for the most part, the majority of the items stay in my dancer's bag 365 because that way I know that it's always there. The checklist is just that extra reassurance, that extra comfort security blanket that lets you know that it's there. You print out the checklist, it's free, it's on my site. It's separated out by different categories, and you can go through it, make sure you have everything you need. The checklist is separated out by eye makeup, if face makeup, it's got health section on it. It also has costume related items on it, and costume items broken out by shoes. My dancer needs 2 different color jazz shoes this year. She needs foot undies this year. Sometimes she's used the little toe turner things. You don't want to just have shoes listed on your checklist. You want to have the lines and the spaces so that you can go through each individual thing and say, tan jazz shoes, yes, got those. Black jazz shoes, yes, got those. Toe turners, yes, got those. Tights, I need 1, 2, 3, or 4 pairs of tights. You want to make sure you have all of those. Then you can also write in the number, do I have my extras for each pair of tights that I need for my dancer's competition weekend? I've crafted this checklist to be able to take you through A to Z, all of the things that your dancer will need for competition weekend. The checklist is 2 pages long and it comes with the little circles and you can fill those out as you need. But at the end of the checklist, I give you a blank page because it's important for you to craft it and customize it for your own needs. And if there are other things that you may need, then you can go ahead and add those onto your checklist as well so that you are prepared for your own individual unique circumstance and case with your dancer. Keep in mind, a checklist isn't just about remembering things, it's about preventing stress and anxiety so that you can show up and shine through to help support your dancer. One rule of thumb that I always like to do is physically check it off. The check off is that, yes, I have it. A pro tip is to print out your checklist and laminate it. Keep that in the bag at all times. Get you some dry erase markers. Go through your checklist with a dry erase marker. Write your notes so that you know that you have it always in the bag and you don't have to worry about reprinting it. Print it once, print it in color once, be done once, and keep it in your bag. You could even hole punch it, use some binder clips if you wanted to keep it all together, but keep it with you at all times so that you know you're always prepared. One thing you could also do instead of using your notes app in your phone like I do for reminders, you could write on that checklist any reminders of things that you need. Everything went really well, but next time it would be great if I had X, Y, and Z, and I want to make sure I add those to my dancer's bag for the next time. At the end of the season, go ahead and recap the season. It's important to reflect on each individual competition so that you know how to be better prepared for your future self. So in that moment, take time to reflect, to write down quick notes to yourself, take a picture of something really quickly that you saw that you liked, that you thought would be helpful for the next time, so that when you get a moment of sanity and silence, you can go ahead and prepare your future self with thank you. Number 3, the biggest and most important part of your prep for competition weekend to help support your dancer is going to be mental prep. You want to spend some time grounding, centering yourself, visualizing success and what that looks like for you and your dancer. Your dancer is on a journey to grow, to progress, and you're there to help support them. So why not spend some time grounding yourself, getting yourself in a good frame of mind to help your dancer do that? Here are some ways that I think are so important to help grounding and mentally preparing for competition weekend. For my mental checklist, I have it broken down into 5 simple steps. I just want you to take a moment just to reflect, be present for yourself because you shine best for your dancer when you're filling your own cup. The first thing on my checklist is to take time to visualize. Visualize the weekend being a success. Visualize you and your dancer getting along, positive atmosphere, celebrating the growth and the journey that your dancer is on. It's all about the journey, the growth, and the progress that they're making. This is the best way to go into a competition weekend, knowing that no matter what trophies are awarded, adjudications, plaques, whatever, that you and your dancer are aligned on what success looks like. And that's you growing together, your dancer becoming a better dancer, becoming a better teammate, and an overall positive person. Not only can you visualize those successes and the wins that your dancer will experience, visualize being prepared, visualize being confident, visualize being at ease, everything going with the flow and you just ebbing and flowing along with that. Visualize that and put that out into the universe that that is what you're walking into. That's what you're visualizing for yourself and for your dancer. It's very important to take that time because who's going to do it for you if not yourself? Next, take 5 minutes for yourself. If that's that 5 minute coffee break you need, if it's a stretch break, if it's just smelling some aromatherapy or listening to some calming music, take 5 minutes to breathe, center yourself, and focus on being present. Once the competition weekend gets going, routines are going, lays happen, and routines are sped up, costume changes are happening, hair changes are happening, and sometimes emotions can run high. You're going to want to have had 5 minutes to have an early center in your day. If you can sneak away and take another 5 minutes during the competition weekend for yourself, 2 minutes in a bathroom stall, I highly recommend you do it. It'll just get you through the competition much more smooth. And that's the goal here, isn't it? Getting through that competition weekend as smooth as possible. Next, prepare for the unexpected. Remind yourself, because you've already visualized it, that no matter what happens, you're going to handle it with grace, with confidence, with ease. And you know what? You've done number 1 with the just in case bag. You've done number 2 with your checklist. So now you are prepared. Prepare for the unexpected, but know that you're well taken care of because you've put in the hard work. Which leads to number 4. Remember that you've got this. It's just a competition weekend. It's just dancing. You've prepared. You've got your fellow dance moms there to help you, and you're going to be great. Your dancers are going to be great, and you're going to have an amazing time bonding together with your mutual love of dance. And finally, stay positive no matter what. We're here to have a good time. We're here to be role models and beacons of hope and joy for our dancers. So stay positive. It's crucial to remember that self-care is part of the preparation. The night before the competition, the morning of, make sure that you can infuse some self-care rituals into your routine for both yourself and your dancer. Keep the night before competition weekend very low key, very laid back. Make sure you have the opportunity to get plenty of sleep. And speaking of mental prep, I've created a free resource on my site, my mental prep checklist that'll help you keep your zen during competition weekend because we know that there's already a lot going on and we're trying to be there as best as we can for our dancers. You can grab it now by visiting the link in the video description below. Trust me, it's a game changer for dance moms out there. I've got a question for you. I'm always looking for more tips and tricks, and I love sharing tips and tricks with you. So drop in the comments below, what is one self-care tip that you swear by for competition weekend? Let me know and maybe I'll add it to my list. I'll see you in the next one.